Jerusalem was uneasy. Whispers moved through the city like restless wind, carried from street to street, market to market. Foreign visitors had arrived, wise men from the east, asking a dangerous question: "Where is the one who has been born King of the Jews?" When the question reached King Herod, fear tightened its grip on his heart. A new king in his kingdom? Arrayed was many things, clever, ruthless, calculating, but he was never careless with power. He had fought too hard, killed too many rivals, and spilled too much blood to allow even the possibility of another king. So Herod summoned the chief priests and scribes, the men who knew the scriptures, the keepers of the law. They gathered in the palace, their robes brushing the stone floor, their faces tense. They sensed trouble. When Herod asked questions, it was never without consequence. His voice was calm, but his eyes burned. "Tell me," he demanded, "where is the Messiah supposed to be born?" The room fell silent. The priests exchanged glances. This was no rumored dot. This was prophecy. One of them stepped forward and spoke carefully, quoting the ancient words, "In Bethlehem of Judea, for this is what the prophet has written. But you, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, are by no means least among the rulers of Judah. For out of you shall come a ruler who will shepherd my people Israel." Bethlehem, a small town, insignificant, too humble to threaten a throne, or so it seemed. Herod nodded slowly, pretending interest, hiding terror behind a mask of wisdom. Inside, his thoughts raced. If the scriptures were true, then the child existed. And if the child existed, Herod's crown was in danger. He dismissed the priests, but the moment they left, Herod made his decision. This was not a question of faith. It was a question of survival. And Herod would do anything to protect his throne. That night, as the palace lights flickered against stone walls, Herod stared into the darkness, plotting. The priests had given him truth, but truth in the hands of a fearful king would soon turn deadly. Because while heaven was announcing a savior, Herod heard only the threat of a rival, and the path from prophecy to persecution had just begun. Jerusalem was uneasy. Whispers moved through the